Welcome back for episode 9 of our Solid World No Mods Update 11 playthrough. This episode we will go into hunting and fishing, because we should be getting that star relatively quick. So waiting for the world to load up. Now, things we had queued up the last time, something we had mortared stone being made here on this table, and it's going directly over to the research table to make pages. We had nothing on that. We had nothing there. Carpentry, we were making more hewn logs, and then we were going to make some boards. Hewn logs were also coming over here. We already made our pages, or made our 3 dendrology advanced. We have our 5 basics because that was coming out of our basic geology pages that we had stockpiled from when we were first digging out this hole that we put our house in. So we got those. Ate our food. Still waiting for some of that stuff to drop off, of course. With this being only episode 9, and most of my episodes have only been an hour, that means we technically only played 8 hours or so, maybe 8.5. So it's going to be quite a while before that food drops out of our stomach. So we're currently on this table working on our getting our basic engineering book. A couple more crafts, and yep, next craft we'll get our star. There it is. So now we will go to hunting. Let's take hunting. This now gives us the ability to make the fishery. It will also give us the ability to make the fish traps. And then we get all the clean fish recipes, whether it is the shucking of the clams that are found in the ocean, the urchins that are found in the ocean, or the various sizes of fish. Besides that, we have 40% damage increase on the bow. We have 5% less calories used when using the bow. Fishing pole, we have 20% decreased repair cost on that and the higher bows. We can now make the butchery skill, or butchery book, which we will get at some point. That is the one that we were trying to do. We wanted to get is these 2 pages here, so that we can get our butchery book. So since we have our bow right here, as you see, you get a little red arrow. That is the arc that the arrow will fly. So we could come down here like this, and you do want to aim. If you aim for the head, you get more. Might be able to kill them faster. But with rams, you got to also watch out for their horns, because they will bounce the arrow back. Which one? There it is. So you just turn it ting back. And dead. And that's pretty much how easy you go hunting. Come here, Mr. Bison. I want to shoot you in the head. Surprised it's not moving. It's probably part of the glitch. So we can, like I said, that's pretty well how easy it is to go hunting. Now the thing is, corpses technically do not have a cooldown on them anymore. Tell me that doesn't go in there. Alright. Well, they go in this chest. I know they do that. Once we butcher them, then it'll go into the carpentry table, I believe, is where we wanted the fishery. Or, no, that was on the workbench, sorry. So we want the fishery. And we also want another storage chest. So we'll get those be made. While we're doing this, let's check our road. So we want to pretty much come directly over here. So let's go past these trees and check out the water. Okay, so if we go in here, we put in the traps down in there. So what do we have here? This is 63. So we pretty much want to have it on 64. So yeah, we kind of want to go ahead and put it. Well, it really doesn't matter. I mean, we could put it here and just start taking this out and put a nice little hut right here to yeah. Alright, so we're looking for this. Yeah. Trying to decide what I want to do. Alright, where's that? It's 66, so if we end up digging that down and putting it, the base at level 60. Now, the reason why I'm saying at level 60 is the way I build, I think of it in the way of using stockpiles underground. Stockpiles are 5 by 5, 5 tiles one direction, 5 tiles in the other for on the horizontals, on the ground level, is a 5 by 5 space. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then it is 5 tiles high. So dimensionally, this is like the longitude. The last one is the latitude in terms of, you know, how, if you look at the world, you got longitude and latitude. Well, the center one is the height from, is, you might as well consider it the sea level. It is the number of tiles above the very bottom, which is bedrock in this game. It is from there. So this tile I am standing on is 66. That is 66 levels from the bedrock up. Reason why I say down to 60 is the way I look at it is, if you put a stockpile on the bedrock with 0 being the bottom, the stockpile is going to take up levels 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, which means 6 is the next floor. So you add the next stockpile on top of it, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. The next one will be at 12. So on the multiples of 6 are the floors. So 6, 12, 18, 24, 30, 36, 42, 48, 54, 60, and 66. So now maybe with the house over here, you understand why I put this down into the ground the way I did. If you think about it, this is 64 with 1, 2, 3 levels inside for the room. So below 64 would be 63, 62, 61, and then 60 would be the bottom floor. So I could have a double-decker house exactly the same, like I've told you before, that you can have duplicate as a solo player of each room, and it becomes a 50% bonus, which is what we will do at some point, and basically have 2 kitchens, 2 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, 2 living rooms, all identical. In a sense, we get 150% of the points that are in them. Well, you get 100 for the first level and 50% for the same amount in the second level. So that's why I said over here, if we dig this and put the floor on 60, much like it is over there, that would be 60 for that. 61, 62, 63 would be the interior of the house. 64 would be the roof. So we might have to actually dig this down a little bit. This is... Ooh, that's 63, so that's 64. 65 and 66. So this is 66. So you'd want that up there. I mean, it really doesn't matter, because all we're going to do is make a small room here. So, because we want to leave this grass up here. So what we really want to do is do this. We're going to end up putting that there. That's going to change that. We're going to have to dig that up and fill it back in. Like I said, I terraform the heck out of the world. world that I told you that they do super skills, to where you cannot do a skill that feeds itself. Yeah, I tore out a whole mountain by myself without having mining skill. So, yeah, broken shovel. Alright. So let's go over here and fix the shovel. Repair. Let's go ahead and dig this out. So for the fishery, we need it to, where's that fishery? Fishery is a 2 by 3 by 4. So we need at least a 4 by 6 room with 3 tiles high. So if that's the roof, 1, 2, this is 3. Of course, 200. There, this is where we will start carrying food on us. Because we're going to start being away from base camp. Okay, we broke our axe again. It's starting to get to where it's got fewer and fewer hit points. See, we're down at 256 and it started out at like 500. So it's now only good for like half the amount that it originally started. Alright, so if that's that one, that's interior right there. Let's go drop this stuff off. Dig out a little bit more, and then when we bring that stuff back again, we'll grab wood and come back over here and make our little fishing hut. So, let's dig this way. End up digging that up, and so if that's the front wall, 1, 2, 3, 4. If we go ahead and move that, put a stair down here. So that's the roof. 1, 2, 3. So we need to go down one more for the floor. I'm gonna have to go one more wider. Backpack, eat some food. And while I'm thinking about it, what we didn't do is go here with mining. Oh, we're not at level 3 yet. Okay, so that's fine. Mason, we do have level 3 now, so we could either choose the focused workflow, which doubles the speed of a table as long as it is the only one of that type in a room. So you could do like little rooms and put each of these in their own individual rooms, They will have double the speed because they are in their own individual rooms. Or you just have one big mass room and have these tables, but they're only going to get 20% increase per table. So 2 tables with plus 20 or 1 table with double. What do you think you're going to take? Like I said, doing individual rooms for each of these is fine. As you saw, like most of them, it's like 18 per, so all you really need to do is make a 2x4 or 2x3 by 3 high space for most of the tables. So it's not like it's going to take up a whole bunch of room. Overall, it is a 4x5 by 5 high. So pretty much the size of a stockpile. So we're going to go ahead and take focused workflow for masonry. We're going to come back here to carpentry. We're not quite level 3, so we can't do that. We already took out level 3 there. Campfire cooking, we are not at level 3. Gathering, we are not at level 3. Hunting, of course, we are not at level 3. We are already at level 2. So we'd be able to make the fish rack. And then, that's to make pelts. But the dry meat and the dry fish on the fishing rack, which then we'd need for the recipes. So we already have 5. We could go wider that way. It's our 4. That's the width. So we have to go in and make just a little bit farther wide this way and one the other direction. Because I have a feeling we could dig that out, but we really don't want to. So go ahead and take one more out this direction. Alright, that's going to be the stair. We're going to have to take these out. go this way, dump this off in this chest. On the stockpile, I should say. Grab it all, holding shift. Drag it all down. Do you have that? Let's go ahead and put this here. Ooh, we're gonna need some more. So Dell's. If we do 15. That means we do 120 here. So that should get us enough wood for that hut. Alright, so I guess we'll go back and do one more wagon full of stuff back. Alright, so we pick those up. Step out of here again. Let's see if we got, how much of that we got. Drop that down there, drop that down there. Alright, so 4. So wait, that's 61? Huh, never mind. I was thinking something different, but oh well. So this is the roof. Six wide. Two, 3. We'll figure out our steps here soon enough. We're almost there. It needs to get to about 180 before we start producing there. So what we're going to want we're going to need to grab. Stick that back in here. Grab our fishery. Grab our chest. And I'll start making logs here in a minute. So what we want to do, wait, is that? Ooh. So we do need to go 4 high. So we do need to dig one more to level out and go down to 60. Alright. It's 4 tiles high for the fishery. Wrong one. Now it's starting to make our wood. Our logs. Drop down here. put the fishery. Yeah, it won't be on clean property right now, but that's all right. So what here we're going to want to make some fish traps, so let's make 4. That means that we need to bring out 20 wood per, or 20 logs per, and 60 fiber. And then we also want the drying rack. So we need 70 fiber and 90 logs just for those. But those come after we build this room. Actually, maybe we'll just close that in and then have the doorway come from over here. So we got a little more land space over here so we can dig down. Because we don't really want to do anything else right there. That's close enough that we don't want to break that wall. Dang it. Let those go. Let's take this, and then we'll go fill in some of this gap that we have. We know this is going here. We'll have to clean up. It's going to go there, and then we'll have that there. If that's the wall, so you're digging down here. Yeah, we'll figure that out. Let's go get our logs. that's... Stop putting your mouse next to your keyboard to where you're hitting the button, dummy. Alright, so that's a step. That's a step. That's a step. Means we need this gone. Why is that not going? Did I not put all the wood? Oh, we're out of wood. God. I don't want to go after more wood. Fall away from me. No! And that would be why you pick up all the flax. All those flax plants that were underneath it are now dead and gone, turned into plant fiber. I shouldn't have swung and hit that damn tree a second time. So that goes that way. Let's hit this wheat here, and the wheat there, and the wheat there, and the wheat there, and the corn. Alright, let's get all this flax before we kill any more of it. We'll leave those and let them grow naturally. So this means that these get chopped down. Alright. Let's eat the last of our food that we have on us. Not enough stones. We need 3. Not enough inventory. Stick those in there. Stick that down there. Where's the seeds? I don't know where they're at, so we'll just hold on to those. So let's see about the floor to here. We go stairs and go here, here, here. We go wall. We can go ahead and dig this out, and then we'll put something back. We'll put a block back in. So you get to where all you're doing is running around trying to get materials to continue sometimes. It's the boring part of the game. Just like any other resource management type game is. It's going to take you a while to get going, finding the right materials or right stuff to keep going. let's clean up this debris. So I guess we're going to probably end up going into the next one for the fishing, or the fish traps and that, because we don't even have the room set up. And we're already at about an hour. So... Okay, so we need to close off this wall. So we got two, because we got a floor there and then we have that entire wall. Why is this not considered a room? Unless this doesn't need to be... Just needs to be in solid ground. So really, we didn't have to build this hut, but it's me. I have to. So what we're going to do is, I believe... Which fish is... Yeah, it should be mediums, which is... Yeah, bass, cod, trout, and salmon. Which is what you'll find in the traps. You won't get the sharks. That comes from fishing. Same with the tuna. The jellyfish are out in the ocean. You have to fish for them or shoot or hunt them with the bow. The sardines are a lot harder and rarer. They still are, technically, but... Like I said, the urchins and the... clams are out in the water. Level 6 logging. So, level 6 logging... we get another talent. And it is either cleanup crew, allows to pick up debris by hand that costs 0 calories. Of course, it is still technically a work in progress. It's always been a work in progress. Or you have every hit has a chance to destroy the tree stumps and splitting trunks immediately. So this is basically the lucky break of mining in logger form. So technically, that might be the better option. Let's go ahead and take that. I normally take debris cleanup, but we're going to take that this time. So, obviously we're not getting the proc. Which means that as work in progress, it probably still doesn't function. Give me 30. Back to the hammer. It's hammer time. Ugh. Can't touch this. And the wall. And the wall. And the wall. 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 Drop that in there. I have to get 8 more in order to get the first must have used them in whatever else we were making. That was, one of those other things was probably the Basic Engineering book being made. Alright, so let's go ahead and do another 10 at 80. Oh, wait. Graphical glitch. Happens from time to time. Where's the dirt that I have? I got 6 dirt right there. I'm gonna want to move that over like one more so I can put dirt right there. So I basically hide it, unless I just want to leave it like that. But I don't like the way this is. So if that's all that height, we want to take one more off of that. So it still lets that be shown. I'll end up hiding it. I mean, it's not a big deal right now. But for perfection aspects, I want it hidden. It's little things like that that I don't think about. Oh, I guess I could have made the rest of those. Oh, I just want to make one trap. So I can let it get to where it's starting to automatically fish. It's definitely getting time for bed for me. Alright, we're gonna get this trap made. And then I'm gonna stop this session and end up going to bed myself. Alright, so now it's making... Oh, we need our grass. Did we have any... There it is. We wanted 70. And what we'll do is do this, and this is going to get us 2. And in order to do that, we're going to need getting 1 to 1. So yeah, if we do 10 of them to start with. Oh, come on, finish this one. Come on, finish making the trap. Alright, so give me the trap. Come out here in the water. Drop down. Yep. So now we could have it pull from here. So every time a fish swims supposedly through the trap and gets caught, this will pull it and cut it up since we're already queued up. And give us our raw fish. And we can have multiple traps, and then every time a fish pops in any of them, this will automatically pull it as long as we have the recipe queued up. And as long as the traps are within range of the fishery, like I said, as soon as one pops in the fish trap, it'll get pulled. As long as we have the recipe queued and have labor in it. I like it to see it pull at least one, but this is how you basically do a little fishing hut if you want to have it all enclosed. And of course, if you put it on your own property, which eventually this will be on the claim, I just haven't done it yet. Yeah. You know, nobody could touch it. So, alright, I think I'm going to call it there. We'll see the fish enter the trap next time. While I'm doing this. 30. Stick this above this. Storage. Flow from there. So now it's going to make the rest of the logs. Oh no, that's not going to do that. That got us our 10 for the fish rack and 10 for here. We need another 40 to make the rest of the traps, but that's something for later. But since we're at an hour and 15 minutes on this session, I am going to call this, and then I will come back in episode 10, where we will see how the fishing actually does when you get it set up like this. And we will continue to expand, dig, chop trees, whatever we need to do to get resources to keep us going. We are working towards our 8th star, which will probably be butchery. It's either that or basic engineering. I don't know which. But we'll figure it out next time. So enjoy your morning, your afternoon, your evening, wherever you happen to be. And I will see you the next time.